welcome to another episode of the Nonsense Review. Sort of. We're doing another extra credit, guys. I am your host, as always, Devon. Joining me, equally as always, is Rick.
Hello, hello, hello.
Now, if you've watched the podcast before, you're obviously aware that we usually talk about our weeks. Doesn't happen in extra credit episodes. Instead, we like to play this fun little segment called... it's on the tip of my tongue. What's it called, Rick?
Nonsense, asinine, hypotheticals.
Yes. And what do we do in this segment, Rick?
We wax lyrical about random bullshit. We ask some stupid question that shouldn't probably even have an answer.
Oh, yes. I tried playing this game with some friends recently when we met up, and they didn't like it.
Uh-oh, have you got the kind of friends that would just answer all these questions with, nah, but it wouldn't happen?
Sort of. Granted, I had like 8 Jack Daniels at the time, but like it was a question I tend to think about at work, and I feel like this is probably a question, seeing as it's fresh in my mind, I might as well ask it on the podcast, right? So are you ready for this dumb question that I have contemplated many, many a time? If you had access to a cloning machine, and you were put into a blank, featureless room, let's say about 15 foot by 15 foot, how many clones of yourself do you think you would need to take on a gorilla?
Ooh, probably 5.
You think 5?
I think 6v1 a gorilla could be done, because the gorilla could basically... It could take 2 people at once with no problem, but it's only got 2 arms, and I think it might get bored after the first 2, but like 2 sacrificial, 2 actual distractions, and then the last 2, one of which hopefully is me, but you know, I might end up...
No. Everybody's a clone that gets in the room. You're stuck in the chamber. They're cloning you from the chamber. Like, you're safe. So casualties are non-consequential.
Okay, I'm in the control vat.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Okay, I'm gonna say 6 then, because I think it's a gang of 6, and yeah, I think it's 2 sacrificial, 2 distractions, and 2 to actually do the strangling.
Oh, that's so much more visceral than I was expecting. Strangling.
I mean, we have to take down the gorilla. We can't just beat it up. Like, it's gonna have more endurance. You're gonna have to find a way to take it on in an underhanded manner. You're gonna have to go for the balls if it's got them, and if it doesn't, you're gonna have to just strangle it. Like, it is, and just hope it doesn't have a kid in the area that it's gonna want to protect or whatever.
I get what you're saying. Now, I find it quite amusing that you said 6, because when I posed this question, I said I have an answer, and they were both of these people I was talking to, you know them, they were both like, I can't think of how many you'd need too many, and I'm like, no, you need 25. What you do is 5 ranks of 5, you just rush the fucking thing, pin it against the wall, and then you just start clubbing.
Yeah.
One of the arguments was, no, a gorilla will take out like 5 people with a bat of its arm, and I'm like, you're fucking crazy, that's not how it works. I have no doubt that some people will die in this endeavour, but that's why it's a cloning and not actually you, because otherwise there's risk, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm more than willing to accept that the gorilla might take out the first rank if it gets lucky, but like 20 dudes rushing it and pinning it against a wall, yeah, there's going to be some damage on your side, but you'll win. Anyway, have you got a question for me? Hopefully a bit less animal cruelty based.
It's a little bit less animal cruelty based. My question for you is, if you could reboot something fun and kiddie and childish and beloved into a gritty modern reboot, not necessarily a Netflix style, ruined one, a cocaine fueled Netflix thing, but something a little bit more interesting that uses the adultness to its advantage, what would you think it would be?
Static Shock.
Cool.
Like, that's such an easy one, because I loved it. The tone fit the show, but imagine Static Shock, but serious.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like a suburban black superhero with actual problems that get addressed in the show.
Also, he's DC. How many characters can you have, like, just show up and be like, oh, okay. Like, fuck's sake, you could throw the Joker in and have the Joker be like, I'm gonna fuck with this superhero because he's not Batman, he'll break easy. And then it's like, oh, no, dude, this guy will fuck you up.
Yep.
It's like when they did the whole, I want to say it was Injustice, where he decided to fuck with Superman, and Batman was saying, like, oh, you don't know him, he's better than us, you can't break him. 2 seconds later, Superman bursts into the room and just fucking rips the Joker's heart out.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with these people.
Didn't he kill Lois Lane in that one?
He killed Lois Lane in the worst way possible, bro. He used a mixture of kryptonite and his weird Joker gas. Comic book nerds, don't come at me, I'm fucking remembering stuff from ages ago, which essentially made Superman believe that Lois Lane was Doomsday, which meant Superman went all out on Lois Lane.
Powerful.
Also, Lois Lane was pregnant.
Ooh.
So Superman brutally murdered his pregnant wife. And then Batman was like, oh, don't worry, Superman will get over this. And it's like, I don't think... I know you witnessed your parents dying when you were young, Bats, but...
Yeah, he was powerless back then. Like, if he was Batman at that moment, like, there wouldn't have been much stopping him. But then again, he wouldn't have been Batman at that moment because it's the catalyst. So, you know, it's like a catch-22.
Man, seeing as we're talking about Batman very quickly, can I just say how fucking sick and tired I am of seeing Batman's origin story in films?
Yeah, the pearls. I'm sure someone gets off on the pearls bouncing on the ground.
They do it in every fucking film. Every single director who directs a Batman film, they're like, we have to do the origin because I've got the perfect frame for the pearls dropping. It's like, fuck off, no one gives a shit. It's also, it's Batman. Everyone knows how Batman became Batman. Stop fucking showing it.
I'm just imagining like a gag version of it where you don't see the pearls and then someone goes to Thomas and says, I thought you gave her a pearl necklace earlier. And he goes, yeah, I did.
Oh, that's fucked, bro. Fucking shit on Disney's Marvel movies all you want, but I get it. How many times have you seen Spider-Man's fucking origin in film?
Like, twice?
Yeah, but guess what? That's the amount of fucking film series they had before then. And the third one, they were like, it's Spider-Man. Everyone knows how Spider-Man became Spider-Man. We don't need to show it. They had a throwaway line during a compilation where Spider-Man was like, I got bitten by a radioactive spider. That's it!
It was treated like with the same amount of throwaway gagness as when he was talking to Doctor Strange. And he goes, oh, we're using our made-up names.
Enough about us bitching about comic books, which is kind of Rick's fault for having a question that related tangentially to comic books. Rick, what the fuck are we doing today?
We're doing something that was gifted to us by the gods at Disney.
It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were struggling for something to do that was new rather than some of the old stuff that we keep dredging up from the bowels of the universe. Okay, behind the scenes, behind the curtain, this was released today. So this dropped on the day on which we recorded it. So this is the least amount of spoilers we can possibly have, just like when we do like Loki or Captain Falcon. So this is the Monsters Incorporated animated series. These are, we're guessing 22 minutes long each. 2 episodes are available right now, and I'm assuming they're going to be weekly from here on.
According to Wikipedia, which I know is not the most reliable of sources, but it's mine nonetheless, next week they plan to also drop 2 episodes at a time. So it might be they want to get it out as soon as possible because it's more of a kid thing, maybe? I don't know. Also, they're only 20-minute episodes instead of hours.
Yeah, I guess so. But then again, Bad Batch is also 20 minutes apart from the first episode, which I think is a double-length feature pilot.
Yeah, but it's Star Wars.
Yeah, nerds will come back for Star Wars.
They're drip-feeding Star Wars and Marvel content specifically because they know the nerds will pay for the longest time.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Marvel being drip-feeding stuff, even though it's available in cinemas because cinemas are open, you can watch Black Widow on Disney Plus starting Friday, the day this podcast comes out.
Yep. So you can pay like,
I think it's 20 quid.
Where I am, it's 4 times the price of a cheap day ticket. And the cheap day tickets are every day at our local because they want people to come and put their bums on seats. So, yeah, if it's 4 times the price of a ticket. And if you're like me and my folks, and we're all double pricked, you'd probably want to go out and experience the universe again. Because, you know, there's Nando's out there. Whereas at home, you know...
I hate Nando's.
Well, you're not as big of a fan of chicken as some people.
I love chicken. I think Nando's serves shit chicken. Or, at the very least, the one I went to had shit chicken.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're all shit, but the one I went to was shit, therefore I judged them all with the same brush. I'm food racist, guys.
That's a big old brush to tar an entire chain with.
Yeah, but I got told they were owned by the same dudes who own GBK, and GBK is lush, so I got to assume that they use shit chicken. Or they weren't in the mood to cook decently that day, which is entirely possible. I work retail, it's not too dissimilar from the food industry. I get it, there's days when you're like, fuck this, but fuck, like, I'm not eating at Nando's again. It cost 15 quid for some chicken, bro!
That's a lot. Like, round by us, it's like tenner for the chicken and sides. And it might be unique to our area, but nearly all the Nando's round us are halal, so...
No, it's all halal.
Oh, is it countrywide? I was going to say, if it is local, like it is with Subway, then they might have a deal for a local stockist. But yeah, if it's countrywide, then it's countrywide, and they've got a countrywide deal.
They're quite proud of that fact. It's printed all over their menu.
Sure. Because I know you get a choice of a halal Subway or a non-halal Subway, and it comes down to, in my area, who owns that particular franchise.
Fucking hell, I remember when they first announced some Subway stores were going to be fully halal, and all the racists came out in force and were like, rah, 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 rah. And it's like, just don't fucking eat there, bro.
Either that or just get beef. Like, even though they're halal, they still serve things that are not halal, like beef. Oh wait, no, beef can be halal. It's just India that choose not to eat it. But yeah, you see it on the menu where it's got turkey ham, and if it's got turkey ham, then you got turkey bacon as well. So you just know to choose not to pick those two.
Oh, like, I also don't care if it's halal. I prefer not to have halal because I think the way halal meat is killed is quite cruel. But you know, I'm not gonna. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you don't want to be too. You want to choose your words carefully because you don't want to accidentally offend someone. But at the same time, it's like I did an animal care course, so I kind of know how shit is butchered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the way halal meat is slaughtered, but I get it's for religious reasons, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to justify animal cruelty. Says the guy who asked how many of you it would take to kill a gorilla.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Like, I think that it's a shame not to eat it once it's dead. So.
Oh, absolutely.
The animal has already had the choice to make the sacrifice made for it by someone in a greater position of power. It would be foolish not to take advantage of this.
Anyway, I feel like we've gone on enough of a tangent.
Yeah, we talked about meat for long enough.
Do you want to do the countdown for us?
Monsters at Work, Season 1, Episode 1. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Welcome to Monsters Incorporate.
I got the Disney logo first.
Oh no, I also got that. I was just reading the episode title.
Okay. Hit the door.
Oh, stop! Why are you doing this to me?
Are you having troubles?
No, it was my laptop being a dick. Sorry, it was just in the way.
Ah.
Now, obviously, the joke here is it's going to be we're meant to think that it's meant to be screaming. Oh, it's the robot. It's the training robot.
Is it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Man, I feel really fucking, I don't know, special for fucking recognising the design of the robot.
Man, it's been a while since I watched that.
Oh, jeez.
Mr. Tuskman scarier than Sully, apparently.
Why is he called Mr. Tuskman when he clearly has horns, not tusks?
Yeah, well, Sully was called Sully because that's a human name. Open it. Dear Mr. Tuskman.
Well, we all know this isn't going to end well because...
Yeah, because we know it just... the position of Scarer gets fucking...
Oh, it's still Waternoose in charge, so...
Waternoose, yeah.
I wonder how soon after the film this is set, but I guess we're going to find it out soon enough.
It's probably before the first one.
Oh, I do like this type of intro, though.
Yeah, I love the physical animation that Pixar does when they do a bit of 2D. They tend to do it in like the credits and stuff usually.
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
And a little a cappella version of "Wouldn't Have Nothing If I Didn't Have You."
Man, I do like the wacky, exaggerated designs of the monsters.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. They started off with the fallout at the end of the first movie, I guess.
Now, fun fact. These two well, I say fun fact. It's actually quite a depressing fact. The guy who voiced those two dudes is no longer with us, and that is a sound alike, and they've done a good job.
Yeah, they have. Like, I actually assumed that it would be the guy that did the pimple-faced teen in The Simpsons.
Potentially. I also know that Billy Crystal and what's his name, John Goodman, are both voicing the characters in this. So
yeah, and Billy Crystal's in his 70s now.
Man, fair fucks to him for still working.
Yeah. Man, the fun thing is that my mum's name is also Roz.
Oh dear. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with whatever role he's given, isn't he?
Janitor. Scopopus Phoneticum.
Oh, cool, he actually got to choose his title.
Yeah. I like that. True friends never say goodbye, so goodbye.
What's the bet in that she looks exactly the same and there are no changes?
Yeah. She's not bubbly like me. She's going to be exactly the same person.
Man, that is a grave misuse of your power.
Yeah, just like promoting your girlfriend.
Like, instantly as well. Didn't even wait 5 seconds. What do you think of Celia's design, where all the snakes seem to display her emotions?
I think it's a cool way of showing emotion.
Mm.
Like, it's a really nice way of showing things on wearing emotion on your sleeve and like showing it off to kids.
Yeah.
When someone's actually annoyed. But I think it works the other way around, when she's trying to look annoyed and the snakes are actually all like smoopy doopy.
I also like the gag in the film of I'm thinking of cutting my hair and all the snakes go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, no, literally the worst fucking time to get this job, eh?
Yeah, it's his first fucking day.
Oh, of course they just take the S off. Oh, jeez, that's consistency.
Yeah, because he's just been shaved for no reason.
I wonder what the new receptionist is going to look like. If they're even going to have one.
It might be this guy.
No, he's a janitor. Miss Flint.
Oh, he understands him.
Oh yeah, this person. It makes sense that she keep.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, she did this in the film, except it was for scaring, and yeah, she didn't have anything to do with Waternoose's big fucking plot with Randall.
Okay, I get you.
Boy, I feel like a fucking... I don't know what the word is.
Monster nerd.
I'm not even, though. It's just I watched this film when I was a child and it stuck, which I suppose speaks volumes for how good it was.
What would you call it? A cartoonaboo?
Wow. Mind you, I've said for like
Nah.
the last 20 years of my life, like, I like cartoons. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh no, he killed him. Man, I do not like how over-exaggerated that monster's hands are.
Yep. The flower that emits liquids.
That's ominous. Oh, I fucking love fake presentations for companies in films.
Yeah. I loved it in Loki as well.
Yeah, it's even better when it's actually for the secret evil plan. It's like, why would you make a presentation of this? I absolutely love how they've clearly just gone, oh, we need to quickly change this. So we're just going to pause the old video and talk over it.
Yeah.
I recognise that voice.
I think it's Rex.
I don't think it is, but I can.
It's closer to the voice that he does when he's the boss in Incredibles 1.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. That's who I was trying to think. I was like, it sounds like someone from The Incredibles, but I couldn't pin my thing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm miffed.
That's the door, ain't it? Yeah.
Well, they haven't changed the signs yet. Okay. Is that a woman?
It will be.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Well, isn't it really weird how you can just look at a design of a character and tell what type of voice they're going to have? That monster looks very cute, but I think it's because it's fluffy.
She does. She's going to be one of these that walks with. She makes an upside down U sign and just walks like that.
No. Oh, wait, yeah. No, my brain fucking derped and I just disagreed with you for no reason. It's just like, upside down U? No, she's... Oh, she is an upside down U. Never mind.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Because I think there's another monster that has that design and it's just a bloke.
I think there's many monsters that have a similar body shape.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be his new co-worker.
Yeah.
She drops out and he just graduates and they end up with the same damn job.
Well, don't forget that according to the fucking Monsters Inc. prequel, which I've not seen, but my brother used to watch like 2 times a day because he's obsessed. In the prequels, when they finish college, they don't actually go straight to scaring. They work their way up from janitor.
Yeah, they start in like the mailing room. Yeah, they because they drop out because they cheat.
But but also apparently the teacher was like, "Did you just see that giant eyeball, or did I have a stroke?"
Yeah. There was an eyeball. There was an eyeball.
But yeah, they managed to scare an entire cabin of adults, which no one can do. That would get really old really quick.
Yep.
I'm sorry, she's doing the beep beep voice herself because they can't afford it.
Yeah. Oh, it's already scratched. The door's already scratched where his horn's going to go.
Oh, that's useful. Oh, yeah, we all know this department at work, don't we?
Yep, the one where no one does any fucking work.
Fuckers. That's kind of a cool gag.
Yeah, blowtorch sandwich.
Eh.
It was special, yeah, we didn't actually speak.
Well, I like that design.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I would really like to cuddle that creature.
For an old guy, it's really cute. Very Disney.
It is very Disney, that's exactly it.
Okay.
I'm sorry how she's just leisurely fucking spinning the chair for him because he's too fat to do it. Okay, so this is basically literally just fucking maintenance. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got facilities in the name. Didn't see that coming, actually, which is surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, the Monsters Inc. facilities team.
I ain't gonna lie to you, like, if I had to be a monster and have a job, like, this is probably a decent fucking career.
Yeah, because, like even other monster industries will also need this.
Yeah. And, like, look, like, it's clearly a job that allows you to, like, achieve longevity in it. Are they just fucking with him?
So it would seem.
Ah, you fucking animal, you! Oh, I hate you now.
Drink water and stay close to the bathroom.
Is this guy going to be the new Randall?
So it would seem.
Oh, he's got little rings. Oh, and the class pet don't like him. Oh, don't sugarcoat it, bro. He's gonna get locked in. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. His heel turn came real quick, didn't it?
Yep. I'm on your scheme.
I've never encountered this at work, but have no doubt there has been at least one person on my department who has had these exact thoughts.
Yeah, someone who thinks they've got the next position up earmarked for when someone retires or dies.
And it's just like, but fuck's sake, I don't know if I said this on a podcast. I work retail. I don't care about my job. I just go in because it pays me. But there's always one person on every fucking job you do who will think they are the boss when they get paid the exact same amount that you do. That's kind of adorable though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's fucked. He's demoted himself from father figure to uncle figure.
Yeah.
Which gives him free reign to be creepy.
We scare because we cake now.
It says we scare because we care still. I think you're just a bit... It's still an R.
Oh, yeah, the top of the R is there. It just looks like cake.
Oh, because they've taken the sign off, but the imprint from the dust is still there.
Yeah, totally.
That was a good fucking throw, bro. Oh, I fucking hate the fact that I said the exact same thing the news character said.
Yep.
I see my calling. Listen, when I went to see this film in the cinema, because that's how old I am, when they came on screen, my mum just said, "That's Kevin and Perry."
Yeah. More or less.
A reference I should not have gotten because I was far too young.
Yeah, but it was on the telly all the bastard time, so...
Dude, I watched Kevin and Perry go large when I was fucking not old enough.
It has not aged well.
Oh, it wasn't good at the time, but when you're a child, you're like, I should be watching this, it's all hilarious. I'm surprised Mike is actually on the floor doing work. I thought he'd be like kicking his feet up.
Yes and no. So they even showed in the the end credits of the first film that they were still doing things live and manually.
Yeah, but before then we didn't know that they got promoted to CEOs.
Yeah, but by the same token, it does fit their characters to stay with a finger in the pie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. So how terrible is he going to be at this, do you think?
I think he's going to be half and half. When he tries, he's going to be terrible, and when he doesn't try, he's going to be really good.
Okay, that seems plausible. That is creepy as fuck.
Yeah, like I said, I called it.
No, that made me laugh, but it made the kid terrified.
Yeah. Oh, no. There we go. They're going to have a
Jesus! Oh, wow, that's quick. Mate, oh, Jesus, I miss slapstick, man.
Oh, yeah, if any of those break, it's going to cause a massive power surge throughout the entire town.
Oh, man, I just realised as well that, seeing as this is set literally straight after the first film, we are not going to see what happened to Boo.
Because
Because that fucking child is probably... Well, she's got to be at least 20.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
No, I meant the child who voiced the child.
Oh, yeah, the child that voices Boo, yeah.
Wow, Sully looks pissed.
It's actually cute that he's kept his finger in he's kept finger in that pie.
But it kind of makes sense when you consider him having to work his way up from the bottom.
Yeah, and having a record that was unbroken for so long.
You've got to change that acronym, bro. Acronym? No, that's not the right word. Abbreviation.
Yeah, it is an acronym. Yeah, it is an acronym. It just doesn't have any. It doesn't have the right number of vowels.
I don't know. Let's go to Wales. We'll see. Oh, and there you go. They even referenced it. Man, I should probably watch Monsters Inc. 2.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The semi-villain is really well designed. Like she's entirely a protagonist, but you know. Oh, Rose.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's the same thing with no glasses.
She looks worse without glasses.
She does.
Oh, his helmet's got a hole in it because his eye's in a weird place.
Yeah.
I really don't like Rose's design. It is somehow more horrifying than Rose's.
I think part of it is because her hair is not grey.
It's also done up in a little weird spike thing.
I think Rose's was done up in a little weird spike as well. It was like a little ice cream.
Maybe it was just less noticeable because it was grey.
Yeah, like it fit having someone with that voice have grey hair.
Yeah. Oh, they dug it out of the rubbish.
He dug it out himself, it looks like.
Aww.
Yeah, he's embracing it. I like that he's embracing
Was
it.
that the end of the episode?
So it would seem.
Okay. Dude, I do like the theme, though.
Yeah. This is one that I think I am going to keep up to. Like, maybe not on release days, but like, it's the kind of thing that I can see myself watching these in bed when I just want to, you know, unwind, decompress, and all that. My Disney Plus is doing the thing where it's stuck on 0,
Yeah,
so I can't tell how. Yeah,
I'm just watching the end credits, but we are on end credits. There might be a scene after the credits because they haven't said. Oh no, they usually let you play through the main credits, don't they? It's usually afterwards. They're like, "Oh, do you want to watch the next bullshit?" And it's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, so I was nervous that it would just be a slice of life with a different protagonist every week, where it's just. This monster does this thing at work, and it's just like a little documentary on whatever, and it's just like you get no connection to any of them. I'm now a lot more happy with how it seems to be going.
Well, you see, I had no idea what it was going to be. I didn't even think of that as a possibility. Now, I would have watched what you just described, but this is definitely a better way to do it because it is something Pixar's pretty good at.
Yeah. I think it's actually Pixar's first attempt at doing something that's episodic as well.
Yeah, because most of their things are like one-off, stupid 5-minute PSAs.
Yeah, like because they have done the like the little Cars ones where you and the little Toy Story ones where you get like a little 5-minute like little shitty thing.
That's what I'm saying. PSAs. Like it's usually just like here's a 5-minute cartoon that tells this message. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Don't put bacon grease in the recycling. All that. Yeah.
I've not watched the newest Toy Story. Is it worth it?
The newest one is actually, it competes with number 3, I think, for a ending point to the series, because they both have a good like goodbye message moment.
Because I've got to be honest with you, like I remember tearing up at the end of 3 where they're in the incinerator and Buzz and Woody just look at each other and then hold hands.
Yeah.
That was a strong moment.
Sure. So the whatchamacallit, I think the interim episodes they did where they just show the toys being Bonnie's toys, they were a bit weak, but they were never meant to be strong. They were like little like Christmas specials, Easter specials, all that shit.
I get you, man.
And then when they brought it back to Toy Story 4, they kind of bring up how keep watching. Always keep watching. I was not expecting that. And then it ends.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Let's get out of that. I'm tabbing out. No point in keeping up.
Yeah,
it was a decent episode. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't groundbreaking, but like it's the unfortunate thing when you watch the first episode of something. I always have to say the same thing, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking broken record. And that is, it wasn't good, but it can't be good because it has to set everything up.
Sure. Yeah. So it's one of these. It can't be the best episode. Loki had a good opening episode, but even then, it was almost entirely set up. It was there to fast track the character development to an interesting enough point to have the series, but not necessarily to invalidate the series in total.
And do you want to talk about the discussion me and Chris fucking had over Skype on it?
Sure, why not?
You witnessed the discussion. I straight up said we're arguing 2 points, and he was like, "No, not really." And it's like, well, we are, because you're saying it's Endgame Loki, and it's like you're technically correct, but me saying how it's Avengers Loki because that's where he is at the start. At the start, mentally, he is Avengers 1 Loki, and he's like, "Well, it's not. It's Endgame Loki." I'm like, "Yeah, but I've got to strangle you over the internet, you fuck."
And then he backtracked it to saying, "Oh, it's technically Infinity War Loki because he's dead during Endgame." Meh.
Except even that's incorrect because we only see that version of Loki in Endgame. Technically. See, as soon as you start throwing technicallys around, you've lost the fucking argument because you sound like a tosser.
Yeah, at any point where you put one finger up and go, actually, then yeah, you've just thrown away any credibility you had during that argument.
In episode Z27, Itchy clearly hit the same rib bone twice, and yet it played 2 distinctly different notes. Can you please explain this error? Boy, I hope someone got fired for that.
Yeah.
Is that not the best fucking gag that takes the piss out of nerds ever?
Yeah, and it's done in The Simpsons as well, which is exactly the place to put a gag like that.
Yeah.
Pre-Disney as well, so back when Paddy and Selma used to smoke.
I didn't even know that was a change they did.
They've not been shown smoking since.
Although they clearly still do.
Because they've got the same voices.
Man, like I remember watching Only Plays not too long ago. They did Bart's Nightmare, the game, which is an awful game. I did not enjoy watching it, but the Only Plays crew is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And they brought up Marge Simpson, or the voice actress, and they were just like, please just stop doing the Marge voice. We can hear how it's fucking your voice up.
And I think she actually got that job because her voice was fucked on the day that she did the audition, and they were like, we love it. Do that forever.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. And when they decided that they wanted to give her an extended family, they were like, can you modify the Marge voice so it's another family member? And so she did for Paddy and Selma, and then she did for the mom, it's even more difficult to do. So she requested that they don't add the mom very often, which is why she's nowhere near as useful as Grandpa.
Now she is the dead.
Is she actually dead?
I think she got killed off.
Like, I know Homer's mom got killed off, but Marge's mom, I think, just like is still kicking around.
I haven't watched Simpsons in ages, but I could have sworn they killed her off. If they and you're correct, if they didn't kill her off, she has not been around for ages, because why would you bring her in?
Yeah, absolutely. She's not a funny character. Like, the only thing I remember her ever saying is just saying to Marge, I have laryngitis and it hurts to talk, so I'm just going to say this now. You never do anything right.
Wow, I don't remember that. The only thing I remember about her is, because there's that one episode centered around her where Abraham Simpson and Monty Burns are fighting for her hand in marriage.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think I remember that. This is after Burns had the thing where he was coming onto to Marge. So apparently he has a type.
Fucking allegedly.
Yeah.
I feel like we should wrap up. However, I wish to bring back the segment that we had in the last episode of the podcast. Do you remember what that segment was, Rick?
Refresh me.
Let's have a quick look at a fan fiction.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I've already got the website already loaded. Now, I'm going to skip the first one because it's a crossover with 700 different cartoons, including Freakazoid and Danger Mouse.
That actually sounds fun.
Alright, well, let's see then. It's called Yandere Toons X Reader, Headcanons and Scenarios.
Okay.
A collection of Yandere works, I think I'm saying that word correctly.
Good enough. Featuring
characters from DuckTales, 1987 and 2017, Disney Duck Comics, Darkwing Duck, Danger Mouse, Count Duckula, Freakazoid, Looney Tunes, The Looney Tunes Show, Space Jam, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Invader Zim, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Bonkers, The Lion King, 1994, Robots 2005, Wonder Over Yonder, Duck Dodgers, and We Bear Bears. How the fuck is this Monsters, Inc?
Man, I remember Bonkers.
I don't.
Yeah, we might have to dig that out at some point.
I'm going to scroll down to the first one that's not a crossover, just so we got they're all crossovers. Okay, here we go. This is technically Monsters University, but it works. Difficult Conversations. After getting kicked out of the Scare program, Mike Wazowski and James P. Sullivan have to go home for winter break and deal with their parents' reactions.
Ooh.
That's kind of sweet and innocent.
I mean, yeah, but also it's at the lowest point of their lives.
Yeah, but it's also less than 1,000 words, so I don't think it's quite as in-depth as you might think it is.
Sure. Yeah. Plus, it's a massive multiplayer super crossover, so it's gonna be at best a cliff notes of what's happening.
This one's just Monsters University.
Sure.
If I scroll down, I'm gonna fucking filter it so we can find an explicit one to make fun of.
Sure.
Fucking explicit Monsters Inc. fanfiction. That's a sentence no one should ever think about. Right, the first one that comes up... Oh, Jesus Christ, this is quite funny. It's an Attack on Titan crossover.
Oh, boy.
Hang Zoe and Rita. I don't know who Hang Zoe is. I assume that's a character from Attack on Titan.
Sure. I've never watched it. I'm not into Vor. Apparently that doesn't feature very, very heavily, but it features in the first episode, and therefore it's a Vor anime as far as I'm concerned. Like, if you don't like Scat and someone does a poo once, then it's a Scat anime.
Oh, you can't say shit like that. Okay, I've got to read... Right, I'm going to read the first two synopsises of the first two fanfictions under explicit, because they're quite funny. First one, as I said, is Crowded Night, Attack on Titans crossover. A threesome between Hang Zoe, Celia May, who is the Medusa-type monster, and yourself. Please do not take this seriously unless you're into this stuff. I wrote it for fun. Anyways, let me know what you think. And the second one is even funnier, and it's clearly written for shits and giggles. I can't think of it being anything else. The fandoms are Christian Bible, Monsters Inc., and the M&M's commercials.
Well now, okay.
It's got a warning for major character death.
It's going to be one of the M&M's, ain't it, at this point?
Oh, it's in Arabic, so I don't actually know what the description says.
Alright, okay.
Let's scroll down. Okay, Monsters Inc. movie. There we go. This will be the last one we do, I promise, and then we'll move on with our lives. You're bootiful. I don't like where this is going.
Aww.
Randy Boggs is at his first party on the campus and intends to make a ton of friends, but the only person he ends up hanging out with is the freshman lady killer, his new pal. Fucking, why is that got... Whatever. Has a little secret, and Randall intends to find out what it is.
Oh, is this where it turns out that his new lady killer friend is actually a lady herself?
I don't know, but the tags include closeted character, gay sex, and bathroom sex, so...
Okay, so this is where Randall turns out to be a proper knob gobbler.
I think the gag is that the original female character is an actual male character?
Yeah?
I don't know.
Maybe so.
Anyway, as always, well, I say as always, this is only the second time we've done it, and it might be a segment we get rid of because it's mean. But we're not mocking the people who write the fan fiction. We're not mocking the works themselves. This is a disclaimer we have to say because some people might take things a bit too personally. The stories we mentioned might be beautifully written, but you know, you got to admit when you look at the bare bones summary and the tags, they're pretty fucking funny.
We're just reveling in that which is daft from a position of love.
And also, again, as always, if you happen to have written one of the pieces we've mentioned and you want us to completely erase what we've said or whatever, like, we've got no issues with just taking out the things we've said. Like, we don't think we've said anything overly malicious, but we're not personally attached to the projects, so we get why you might react differently.
Yeah, totally.
That said, we should probably wrap things up, Rick.
Absolutely. We can call it here. If you've made it this far, as always, you are our favourite person.
Yeah, this episode's a bit more long in the tooth than I expected, so this is going to be fun to have to edit in a mad nightmare dash, eh? But yes, thanks for watching, guys. You're our favourite people. And stay tuned for more podcasts, more bonus content, and all sorts of fun goodies. Goodbye from me, guys.
And goodbye from me.